welcome to SimShed Broadcasting's coverage of the Melbourne Hydrographix Depot Montreal 110th round of the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. With awesome speed, consistency, a pole position three-peat, and victory at last week's race at Le Mans, Asif Leonage has a comfortable lead of 62 points from his teammate Alex Court in this season's championship battle. With 9 rounds still remaining, is today's race at Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve, the point where defending champion Sean McNamara and other title hopefuls such as Trent Gosling, Hayden Harrison, James Anderson, Simon Chadwick and Cameron Veacock put a halt to the NTS teammates' runaway start to this season's Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. Joining me to call all the action from today's 25-lap event is my teammate on the track and in the broadcast booth, Ben Morris. Hey Ben, how's it going?
Good mate, how are you? This is going to be a bit of a cracker, I think. The 959 boys are going to be well and truly have the eyes forward, chasing down the NTS boys, and there's a lot of competition right through the field, ready to take a victory here tonight. I think this track is, as you and I both know, a bit of a tricky one. It's more complex than it looks, and it's not all that grippy. So this is going to be pretty cool. Hard to pass on too, Jamie, because really, unless you absolutely power slide it out of that hairpin at the going onto the back straight and get a run on, and you can get a run on someone because of that, it's really tough to put the nose into some of these faster corners. So really going to be exciting. Looking forward to it.
Agree with you there, Ben. Very difficult to pull off a passing maneuver. You really have to wait for the mistakes to happen, and mistakes can happen quite easily around here. As you said, slippery surface, concrete walls surrounding the track. It's almost like a street track in some patches. But the world famous Wall of Champions, of course, and the track marshal is very strict on off-track penalties around here. It's easy to get a slowdown, and some of the slowdowns massive, over 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds for corners such as 8 and 9, the little chicane before the hairpin, and of course the Wall of Champions, turns 12 and 13. Easy to cut the chicane, cutting over those big curbs, trying to save as much time and get a straight line them, but it can cost you if you get it wrong.
Yeah, absolutely, and it only takes a fraction of a moment, a bit of a tail slide to put the back into one of these concrete walls, and especially when you've got pressure from behind, it's easy to lose concentration. So it's going to be pretty exciting, and the track's bumpier than it looks. The cars really struggle to put the power down. Generally, the cars are quite soft at the rear. I haven't had a go in this setup at all, but you can see the way they're moving around. They're quite soft, and rightly so. But
Alex Court starting pole position tonight from Hayden Harrison alongside him on the front row of the grid. Mike Warboy, Sean McNamara, Cameron Veacock, Asif Leonage, James Anderson, Darren Caldwell back from a week off, Trent Gosling and Tommy Heyman. So chock full of talent, that top 10.
Absolutely. Well, Darren Caldwell, our illustrious teammate's been out sunning himself somewhere, getting some extra relaxation, and it has certainly paid dividends. He's P8, I think, tonight, and he'll be well and truly charged up for a good run as well. Keep an eye on that Phase 4 motorsport car.
Unlike Asif Leonage, who's been hitting the gym and running laps, Darren's been sunning himself and drinking beers.
Yeah, he's taken the other alternative, which is, look, I'll be honest with you, my preferred option. But we've all got to stay fit for these racing these cars. It certainly takes it out of you. So it should be a really good race. Jamie, call for tonight. Who do you think's going to have the legs on it?
I reckon Court. I reckon he's the man to beat tonight. But Harrison, as his teammate Cameron Veacock said last week after Le Mans, where Veacock finished third, and he said Harrison would be a man to watch out for tonight. So let's hope we get a good battle. I'm pretty confident this is going to be a cracker. Yeah. I'll let you. You've got 2 minutes. Till they grid up, so I'll let you hit those sponsors, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got, of course, we do have our major sponsor in Nationwide Tracking Systems as part of the V8 Evolution Championship. So big thanks to Nationwide Tracking Systems. They're huge supporters of ours. And of course, we've now got Goodyear Auto Care at Rowana, up in Rowana. I think that's how you pronounce it. Queensland Sunshine Coast. So they're the one-stop shop up there. Also, of course, Abruzzi Racewear, Track Racer. Just ordered something from them again, and Custom Track Art, Race Management Services, Cognitive Engineering, Track Cams for Gourmets, and our round sponsor, Melbourne Hydrographix Depot, for tonight. So big thanks to all those huge supporters of this series, and I think this is going to be a cracker. Here we go, Jamie. Are you pumped?
It's finished. Oh, I couldn't be more pumped. I think this is going to be the best race of the season so far. Really looking forward to this one. And we've had some great races. Road America, where James Anderson won from Marty Hansen, Tommy Heyman. They flew across the line within a tenth of a second. At Mid-Ohio with Simon Chadwick having a great battle with Laszlo Leonhardt for the top 2 positions. Leonhardt beat Court, so here's the grid. Alex Court on pole, Hayden Harrison, Blake Warboys, Joel McNamara, Cameron Veacock, Laszlo Leonhardt, James Anderson, Darren Caldwell, Trent Gosling, Tommy Heyman, Michael Dumbrell, Marty Hansen, Raina Costello, Wayne Taylor, Alan Dawson, Robert Crisdale, Lindsay Hobbs, Philip Peugeot, Tony Gaffer, Riley Simons, Peter Crossingham, Wade Michael, Jonathan Bean, Blake Urquhart, Simon Chadwick, Kai Sloggett, Scott Weston, Chris Barnes, Dean Williams, Jamie Davis, Benjamin Siren, Ashley Davis, Tim Mulford, Luke Fraser, Sean Pidwell, Jason Davis, Alex Malone, David Kirby. Rebs are rising.
Here we go.
Melbourne Hydrographix Depot, Montreal 110 is go. Alex Court's pretty clean off the line, but Harrison's got him. And Harrison's going to lead him. Veacock, Harrison's missed it. Harrison's gone through the first corner. There's our first slowdown for the night. How much is that going to cost him? That's going to send him right back through the grid. And it's going to be Cameron Veacock leading. Court, McNamara, Warboys, Caldwell, Harrison, Leonard, Gosley, Heyman.
Well, that's a lesson to be learnt there. I think he went so deep on those cold tyres on a fresh track. Disappointing, but he'll be fighting his way back. Keep an eye on him.
That's himself a bit of work now. He's down in 6th place. Hayden Harrison, he jumped it off the line. He was leading into turn 1, but too deep.
And he's got more slowdowns at the back, guys. We've got a full course yellow.
Actually, we've had a crash. There's a safety car being called.
Where is that,
Full
Jamie?
course safety car. Have a look at the replay.
Philip Peugeot, I believe, is involved.
Look at the replay now.
Oh boy, there's a few cars there.
Had a few suspicions in the preview to the race that there might be. Oh, yep, the course is completely blocked. Absolutely, cars, room, cannot move. They're bottled up. It's like the Southeastern Freeway heading into Melbourne on a Tuesday morning. This is an absolute disaster. Oh, and they're just ramming their way through. I can see Chadwick's involved. Couple of the middle finger racing. We've got Lindsay
I think
Hobbs.
Wayne Taylor was involved in that as well. I think it actually... Or Wayne Taylor. Or someone was down the inside of Wayne Taylor. Car 70. Who is that? I can't see that. Champs Fitness, I think, might have been a culprit there. Ooh.
Fitness, Amy Davis is... Oh, no, I think that's...
James Anderson, I think.
James Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, I think a bit keen on the inside there. They'll be looking at that.
That's the worst one we've seen yet in this championship. That is definitely the worst one. That is a massive pile up. Keen boys back there in the pack. A little bit too keen. That's going to be pretty disastrous, this race and championship points. Cannot afford to be down the grid and get these DNFs or low positions, point positions. This is just falling into the hands of Alex Court.
Yeah, I tell you what, Wayne Taylor was very unlucky there. He's been just spun around. Let the we'll let the admin guys work that out. But he looks like he's just. I'm just having a look back to the replay. He was just spun around there, and God, I'm just looking back. Marty Hansen was up on 2 wheels in front of him, back through the pack there. Very exciting stuff.
Oh, it's going to take a couple of laps to sort this out. See who heads to the pit lane. See who doesn't, more importantly. I think there's going to be a lot of cars going in to use their fast repair. So,
Oh, yes.
it would be interesting. Yeah, we won't ride a few of these guys off yet, but it's going to really work for...
Well, I tell you what, Simon Chadwick was involved in that as well.
Hasn't been a good couple of rounds for Simon Chadwick.
No, and a couple of the boys from the 959 team as well. They will be just ruining that.
Down in 35th position as well. He's had a disastrous start in the last couple of races.
Yeah, Davis and Chadwick were involved in there.
Not good for the title defence. 9.5 Sim Sports. Sean McNamara.
No.
But we'll wait to see what happens after this pit stop. I'm sure a lot of cars will head to the pits here.
Well, that's it. It'll be a bit difficult to change the fuel strategy, but look, it'll get them back in the game, and I think that's the main thing. That's really the key.
It's the pits here as they come into 12, 13, all the champions. Expecting quite a long queue, hitting pit lane.
Well, it's great to see it's great to see the Corvette out running as the pace car, Jamie. I think last time, not last time that it was called upon, it was on fire in the pits. So it's lovely to see it running. Whoever's driving it, please turn it off when you get it back into the pits. Don't let it run because it will overheat.
I guess it didn't have enough time to overheat in the quite mild 19 degrees Celsius of Montreal, Canada.
Is it 19
They managed to overheat it in that amount of time, in the half a lap that it sat there in the pit lane.
Well, I'm just going to keep an eye on this temperature as well because it's about 8 o'clock in the morning here. It's the date's the 15th of May, so that's it's a nice cool day. That'll treat the tyres, won't it? Treat the tyres nicely.
15th of May, I can have my birthday again in 7 days' time. Awesome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, happy birthday for your birthday again.
All right.
So who have we got?
Timing, I don't know. I'm looking at my timing table.
Is this right?
It's just gone berserk. It says Cameron Veacock in the lead from Alex Court, Sean McNamara in third. Is that right? And we've got Blake Warboys in fourth, Darren Caldwell,
In
Hayden
fifth.
Harrison, Lasseth Leonage, Trent Gostley, Tommy Heyman, Michael Dumbrell, Rainer Costello, Marty Hansen, Riley Simons, Dieter Crossingham, Jonathan Bean, Dean Williams, Tony Gafford, Jason Davis, Blake Irk. I don't know whether to call him Blake Irk or Blake Urquhart. I think that's
Go Blake Urquhart. I reckon it sounds almost movie star-ish. So you could see him walking on, into an action movie with that one, Jamie.
I was thinking more of a Broadway sort of
Broadway musical, like
Yeah,
Cats
Broadway
or something
musical.
like that. So
Yeah.
Cats. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll have to trust you on that. I'm not a big musical Broadway
Really?
person. No, you'd be surprised by that. I know, but
All right, Tim Mulford in 20th. Wade Michael. Benjamin Cypher. It's fine. James Anderson. How's that safety car going? It's not going to come in at the end of this lap, is it?
I don't know. It's not on fire yet, so we should be okay.
Right, James Anderson, Scott Weston, Sean Pidwell, Simon Chadwick, Alex Malone, Kai Sloggett, Jamie Davis, David Kirby, Lindsay Hobbs, Alan Dawson, Philip Peugeot, Luke Fraser, Robert Crisdale, Wayne Taylor, Ashley Davis in 38th position. And we got Lee Davis in the safety car.
Well, have a look at this. So, a couple of protagonists up the front here, McNamara and Court. And I'll tell you what,
through their mind. What are they going to be thinking at this point in time, Ben?
well, look, I think McNamara's got to sort of get up there. He needs to claw back some points, so he'll have the eyes on. Alex has probably got more of an option that he could take a third over a second. But Laz has got a lot of points on him. Whereabouts is Laz in the field at the moment? He's a little way back, isn't he?
Evan.
Okay.
What's the
So he's back
position
there
of
in seventh, so probably already starting to think about you know,
Well,
about
he's got a
charging up.
60. What was it? What did I say? A 62-point lead in the. So he's not going to take any risk. Oh, and you can hear we're riding on Cameron Veacock at the moment, and he is riding the clutch, saving fuel, shorten that pit stop for as long as possible. Cameron Veacock leading. What's he going to be thinking? He knows he's got a hard-charging, very fast Alex Court behind him. Sure, McNamara is going to be battling. Blake Warboys lacks nothing for pace. Aaron Caldwell's been hot tonight. Hayden Harrison was on front row of the grid, absolutely blew it going into turn one. And Leonard, he's around a lot of fast guys. Trent Gossley, Tommy Heyman, who we've seen up the front. So it's going to be a fascinating race once we get this restarted, which hopefully is at the end of this lap.
Yeah, we've just heard safety cars coming in.
Very good. Very good. They're heading around the back of the track, through the turns 8 and 9, heading down to that last bit of the track where we saw
Just listening to some chat on the radio there. I think there's some concerns. Safety car lights are out. Here we go.
safety car will pull away at the exit to the hairpin. Cameron Veacock will take over the pace. Edgy guys behind him. Be waiting for the hammer to drop.
Heating up some front brakes there, getting some temp in those tyres. This will be exciting.
Cool track, 19 degrees.
Oh, I'm very excited to see how this
McNamara.
goes. I think this is going to go well.
Loading it up, ready for turns 12 and 13. Watch him hit the curbs. Trying to accelerate way. And there's a green flag.
We're away.
Leads away from Court, McNamara, Warboys, Caldwell, Harrison. Will there be a move into turn one? Cameron Veacock's got a nice start. He's broken away. He's got half a second on.
Oh, he looked like he backed it in there though.
Hit a little bit. He was a little bit loose at the rear as he come into turn one. Veacock caught McNamara.
Everyone's behaving themselves so far, Jamie.
On lap 5.
Those tyres still wouldn't be all that great at the moment. They'll need half a lap just to settle in.
It's right on the tail of Veacock. Veacock's just feeling what's under him. Let's get a feel for his car. Not feeling super confident in it yet. Court obviously is. McNamara's pressuring Court. High down the back straight under the bridge. 8, 9, last chicane. On 2 wheels. Turn back left again, up against the wall. Try and let the car ride out, use as much of the track as possible. Then brake as it turns left. Straighten up, brake hard. Oh, Veacock's finding it hard to pull up there, but he does manage it. Finds the apex. Bang, back on the power again. Building up from 55 kilometres an hour up to 270 at the end of this straight.
We're at safety cars again, guys.
Again, we've got the safety car again.
Now, where has that occurred? I think Lindsay Hobbs might have been involved.
Having a look at the replay now. Under the bridge into turns 8 and 9. Here's a tap. Turn around, Hobbs. Hobbs got a tap. Hobbs side into turn 8 and 9. Like a little bit of net code as well. Couldn't see too much into it. Could you see it was a track block there, Ben?
I was just scanning around.
Trigger happy on the safety car there at all?
A little bit of panic.
Yeah.
Somebody must have called it though.
Okay, we've got a car.
410, yeah. 410, Sean Pidwell. Lindsay Hobbs, I think's involved as well.
Okay, so...
Yeah, Sean Pidwell was up on the fence.
at the moment.
Yeah, just having a look, Sean Pidwell was jammed on the fence at one point, so...
Okay. to explain it. We're losing valuable racing time here.
Absolutely.
Cameron Veacock will be happy, but he knows the pressure's going to come when this race starts. But everyone now is relying on their strategists, their chief engineers to look at these fuel numbers, work out how much fuel they will need to put in the tank.
Well, what would they?
Mandatory stop. You'll have to pit even if you could make it the whole distance. Got 25 laps, saving quite a bit of fuel now. We're on lap 6. Probably, you'd say we're not going to get this running again until lap 8. Hopefully we get a clean start from there. They were limited to 66.5 litres at the start of the race. The pit window was going to open at lap 9, but I'd say that's going to go well and truly back now. That's probably lap 12 or 13.
Yeah, we'll see.
Undercut, is it strong around here, Ben? The undercut?
Look, it's worth it. It's worth it longer into the race, but these couple of safety cars are really going to throw that out. The fuel burns around about that 4.75, 4.8, depending how aggressive you are on the downshift. So, right now that's probably running around 2.5. So they're saving a reasonable amount of fuel, and that wouldn't even be with the coasting effect, Jamie. So, yeah, there'll be some abacuses out trying to run the numbers and see what they're going to need to top up on. But this
where
is
it comes in handy to be in one of these bigger teams like the NTS team or Excalibur or Taipan Esports, and you got a big crew behind you to back you up and help you out behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
It makes a difference other than our poor old teammate on his own out there, Darren Caldwell's got no backup, no help.
He's getting all the support he needs from here in the commentary box, so we'll keep sending positive vibes and shouting beers next time we can travel up to Queensland. So he's got that in his back pocket.
Darren Caldwell, he's up in 5th position, so he's doing all right.
He's looking good. Yeah, absolutely. He's looking good. He said he felt comfortable in some practice sessions. He's got a bit of an affinity with this track. I think it sort of suits his style. And once you feel comfortable in a car and a setup, and you've got that real connection with the track, it really shows out in the results too. So
I think go through our top movers for the race so far. We've got Riley Simons, 12th position. He's up 8 positions. Jonathan Bean in 14th. He's up 9 positions. Ian Williams in 15th. He's up 14 positions.
Fantastic.
Jason Davis. Oh, don't get too excited yet. Jason Davis in 17th. He's up 19 positions.
Jeez. I nearly peaked too early. That's mental.
Benjamin Siren, he's up 12 positions. He's in position 19. Alex Malone, there's a new name. I haven't seen. All safety car lights out.
All safety car lights are out.
Race control. Messing
Sorting
around.
out race control.
Fingers, toes, everything crossed for a clean start. We want to get some decent racing here. It was just starting to peak there. I was looking forward to that battle between Veacock, Court and McNamara, and it was snatched away from us.
Yeah, that's it. This is looking pretty good. So,
Lee Davis pulls away in the safety car.
See if he does a bit of a different start here. Maybe throw a bit of a spanner in there because he's got Alex right on the tail there.
Well, how would you trick if you were going to try and do a restart here and drop the hammer and lose Court and get that valuable tenths of seconds? What would be the strategy here to get a start and really break off?
Be a sharp brake and then accelerate with the brake lights on. So. And,
something very similar to Valtteri Bottas at Mugello.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Turns 12, 13. And he's hit it.
Great start.
Peacock's
That's
off.
a great start. He had that thing launched out of there. Beautiful.
What's gone with him?
He's just got to settle.
War boys. They're all into turn 1. And again, Veacock goes a little bit deep. Misses the apex.
He does,
yeah.
yeah.
Up to turn 2 nicely. R70.
Yeah, that's James Anderson. It relates back to the original crash.
James
Sorry.
Anderson, that's nasty because he was in. James Anderson was in 8th position in the championship going into this race, so he hasn't had a night that he'd like to remember.
No, he was a little bit unlucky, I think, with the accident. He was just had his nose in there, but it was too early for that. Should have. It's easy to say in hindsight, settled back in, but he'll be back. He's quick.
Namara all over the back of court, under the bridge into 8 and 9.
Let's give you Vicock a chance.
Cut it as much as possible, but not too much.
Ooh, just a wiggle there from Alex on the way out. Just giving Cameron just a little bit of breathing space.
Black flags are getting dished out now. James Anderson, black flag. Blake Urquhart, black flag. There'll be more to come as well.
Alex was quite shallow in there, and I think McNamara's just taking a bit of advantage of that on the exit. We'll watch this down here.
Caught. That lag there for Vicock as well. That's not what we want to see.
No, that's absolutely
under pressure
not.
from McNamara. All the champions. 12, 13. Up on the curbs. Ride the curbs. Get some air under the car. A little bit of sponsorship under there.
Ooh, look at McNamara. I think he's had a better run coming out of the Wall of Champions.
Towards deep.
Yeah, Alex is taking a shallow line in there, isn't he? It's a shallow one compared to McNamara.
There's different lines through there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not hurting him. Blake Urquhart on the radio
All
to...
different lines, but they're all sort of staying at the same speed. And
Blake Urquhart's
McNamara
gone. Oh, yes, his black flag cleared, that's all. Back at the front.
Ecock, Court, McNamara, Warboys, Caldwell, Harrison, Leonage, Gossley, Randy Costello, Michael Dumbrell, Marty Hanson, Tommy Heyman, Ollie Simons, Dean Williams, Tony Gaffer, Jason Davis, Benjamin Siren, Jonathan Bean, Wade Michael, Weston in 20th position. We are on lap 9 of 25, and 4 Melbourne Hydrographix Depot, Montreal 110. Check out Melbourne Hydrographix down there in Bayswater. There's nothing between these top and a little bit of a gap back to Leonage. Leonage just protecting themselves in a little bit of a bubble here. Don't want to get involved in anything. Doesn't need to risk anything in this situation. These other guys are pushing hard. Oh, leads Court by a second. Goes to that wall. Finishing lap 9.
Pushing hard here.
They're all on the edge.
There's a
Through
few.
turn 1. Down Virage Centre. Marty Hanson down in 10th spot. Under a little bit of pressure from Tommy Heyman, who's been super quick recently. The new faces on the scene. Got a lot of pace.
Yeah, he's looking good, isn't he?
Finds himself 7th in the championship on 372 points. Name is Sean McNamara, our defending champion.
Gee, I'm just having a look in the car with McNamara at the moment, and you can really hear them lifting through that right-hander after the first chicane, for want of a better term. But
Heyman,
yeah.
Hanson Heyman, 8 and 9. Marty Hanson carrying a bit of battle damage. No rear wing on the car. Don't know whether that's affecting him or not. Makes him faster, especially down the casino straight.
could be a bit of a handful out at the end.
Got the talent to handle that. No worries there.
Yep, do that one-handed. Waving to the crowd of the other.
Down the casino straight. Tommy Heyman, lap 10. Back to the front. This battle at the front. Ecock, Court, McNamara, Ward Boys and Caldwell. Hayden Harrison still hasn't managed to pull up his position. He was second on the grid. Went through the first turn. He led into the first corner. Pulled up. Bit short. Straight through. Oh, there we can see a little bit of a Rainer Costello battle.
Oh.
Rainer Costello, Michael Dumbrell. Livery from Michael Dumbrell in the pink. Lap 9, lap 11. Another close battle here. Wayne Taylor. Wayne Taylor. He's on the back of Scott Weston. A lot of cars carrying a bit of battle damage here. That one incident damaged a lot of cars. These guys are waiting to fix it.
Oh, down into the hairpin at the moment. McNamara and Court.
Definitely closed up between McNamara and Court. Court was my pick early in the race. I thought Court would have the pace. He's struggling to stay with Veacock at this point in time, though. He'll be having to drive a little bit defensive to protect from Sean McNamara, getting that position. And Court's hit the pit lane.
Well, that threw McNamara out a little bit there. Deary me.
To do, especially if you're following the brake lights of the car in front, the pit lane, and I think that's Lasseth Leonage in as well. Championship leader.
Well, this will be interesting. Well, look at this too. McNamara's just closed up on Veacock. Might be a bit of compression there in terms of corner to corner, but looked like he made some time up there. What lap oil?
Seconds back to McNamara. Another half a second back to Warboys, another half a second back to Caldwell. So Veacock's driving a pretty smart race here. He hasn't put a foot wrong.
The car looks pretty good, looks stable. The tyres would be hanging on a bit in terms of, with the yellow course yellows we've had, Jamie. So it's an interesting tactic to see if this pays off for the NTS boys.
And Veacock's fastest lap is a 136.4. His last lap was a 137.0. So 0.6 of a second slower than his best on that last lap, so not bad.
Not bad.
What he's going to do here, is he going to defend the undercut from Alex Court?
Well, these laps tend to go off a bit, don't they, Jamie? After the first or second lap, the tyres sort of stabilise and back to about it.
I'm just looking at the timing board here, and Lasseth Leonage has jumped Alex Court.
Wow.
Leonage is in 25th position. Alex Court is in 26th position.
McNamara's coming in.
McNamara's in. Veacock stays out. Warboys is in. Caldwell stays out. So Veacock leads. Caldwell up to second. Hayden Harrison in third. Sean McNamara, Blake Warboys have hit the pit lanes as long as Riley Simons and Tommy Heyman.
Well, this will be interesting, Jamie. See what's going to happen here.
Very. These fuel strategies, it looks like Court's overfueled. Lasseth Leonage has definitely jumped him on the fuel strategy. Really putting it together, Lasseth Leonage. He's driving very... Oh no, we've lost looks like a 9.5 Sim Sport has lost it at the Wall of Champions. He's on the second apex.
Oh no.
Who that is, but it's a bit hard at the point in time with so much happening at the pit stops.
McNamara's out. McNamara's out in front.
McNamara has jumped both the NTS cars. So Court has definitely overfueled. Leonage was in 7th spot, so that's been a terrible pit stop for Alex Court.
That's a big one. Maybe do you think he was running low on fuel, Jamie?
No, I think he's just overfueled. I don't think he's got the fuel numbers right. He's heading into the plate. That's probably what's happened there. Easy to do, easy to be. Oh, and a big slide there, just behind McNamara. I think that was Lindsay. It was David Kirby. David Kirby, big lose into turn 8. Caldwell hits the pits. Veacock leads. Caldwell from second place. It's the pit lane. Harrison is up to second place. So Veacock leads from Hayden Harrison, his teammate, 3.6 seconds behind. Caldwell's in the pit lane. Rainer Costello's in the pit lane. Jason Davis is in the pit lane. Benjamin Siren moves up to 5th, and he's just going to keep moving up the field. Well, he makes his pit stop. Looking back through the grid at the cars that have pitted, I believe Sean McNamara is out first. He's moving up as everyone else is making their pit stops. Sean McNamara's up to 8th now. Warboys up to 9th. Darren Caldwell's dropping down. He's in 10th now as he comes out of the pits. Lindsay Hobbs in 11th. Caldwell now just behind Blake Warboys. Fresh tyres on the Phase 4 Motorsports car. Oh, he's got the fresh tyres. You can hear him short shift into third, looking after those rear tyres. Cameron Veacock at 136.9 on that last lap. 5/10 slower than his best. He's been super consistent here. He's looked after those tyres. He's been fast and smooth.
Darren Caldwell and Black Warboys running pretty close together here as well, Jamie, just looking back through.
Having a look at... Keeping an eye on Cameron Veacock. It looks like he's staying out again. We're on lap 4. Oh, he's in. He's hit the pits. Veacock, our leader, in the pit lane.
This will be very interesting, Jamie, to see where this comes out.
McNamara's the man to watch. See what that gap's going to be. And McNamara, has he stayed out? He's had clean air by the looks of it. Got a nice gap in front of him. Nobody in front. So he's going to be touch and go as to who comes out in front, Veacock or McNamara. Our defending champion, McNamara.
Veacock slid it into the pits. He's sideways in the pit stop at the moment.
This is it though.
McNamara will take him. He's off. Cameron Veacock charging out.
McNamara have him. It looks like McNamara is going to be.
McNamara's
Yep,
got
there
him.
it is. About 8 car lengths. McNamara takes the lead. This is a great drive from the defending champion. Wayne Taylor leads the race from Robert Crisdale. Jill McNamara, Cameron Veacock, Blake Warboys, Darren Caldwell, Lindsay Hobbs, Chris Barnes, Lassus Leonage, Alex Court, Trent Gosling, Rainer Costello, Michael Dumbrell, Riley Simons, Tommy Heyman in 15th position. Wayne Taylor, our leader. MFR leads from Robert Crisdale in the Warana Goodyear Auto Care car. Oh, a little bit of a lock up there from Crisdale. Crisdale up 14 positions. Hasn't pitted yet though. Wayne Taylor, Robert Crisdale haven't pitted yet.
And McNamara is pretty keen to get past him.
McNamara will be being held up. He's on the fresher tyres. Robert Crisdale. It's getting a little bit of spin through first and second gears, leaving that hairpin.
Yeah, it is.
Very sensitive on that throttle pedal.
Yeah, look, it is for position, but Rob's a pretty smart operator when it comes to the racing, but he's still racing for position.
Crisdale stays out like he did at Le Mans. He was the longest of the first stint or the second stint at Le Mans, but this is not what McNamara wants to see, and he's going defensive into turn 1.
Ooh.
Very interesting times here. Dale, McNamara, Veacock. Veacock will be loving this. He doesn't want McNamara to get through.
McNamara's going to go.
Oh. That's very defensive.
That's very defensive.
Racing for position, but he's really a pit stop down. Cameron Veacock will be loving this, as well as Warboys, Caldwell, Hobbs, Barnes. I think Barnes hasn't made it up either.
Well, there's a bit of there's the affiliation there, isn't there, with the NTS boys, Jamie? So maybe there's a little bit of strategy playing out here.
Crisdale, McNamara, Veacock, Warboys, Caldwell. That is minuscule. Crisdale holding up McNamara. Early gear change. Trying to stop that compression lock on the rear. Crisdale. McNamara. Oh, look at this, McNamara and Veacock. This is going to be very interesting heading into 12 or 13. Chicane side by side. McNamara, Veacock. Veacock pulls out of it. Thinks the second visor of it. Through the chicane up 2 wheels.
Oh, a bit of sideways on the exit there. The World Champions for McNamara. He took 2 stabs of the brake pedal going into the chicane there. I think he's just got to play the longer game here and just wait for Rob to hit the pits, because
As we said before the race, Ben, you were right onto it, very hard to pass. McNamara has 13 laps, pressure tyres and Crisdale and cannot get the job done.
Yeah, and he's costing himself a bit of tyres. He's going to have to start to think about that. But look how defensive Rob is going on this one, and rightly so. It's for position. But wow.
Won't be getting any Christmas cards from Sean McNamara though. It's the webcams. McNamara, look at the concentration, Peacock. And there's going to be more concentration because Peacock is really having to go on McNamara now.
Yeah, McNamara.
And McNamara.
Oh,
And
another tap.
There's a little tap. Oh, 2 taps.
Two
McNamara loses the rear end, gets very loose on the exit to the hairpin.
Gee, couple of double
Right with him now as well.
hairpin.
Crisdale, when's he going to hit the pit lane? It's got to be soon.
He wouldn't want to be sucked into it because
Or does he want to make a mean? Staying out again. Amara's got to be gritting his teeth thinking, what's this guy doing?
he couldn't have saved
Why
that
is
much.
he staying out
Jamie.
so late? This is big pressure. It's great for us. Takes for
great for
entertaining
us.
racing. Oh, and
Mate.
that's a lot of curve there from McNamara.
He's very sideways out of that corner there.
Thinking that Crisdale might be looking at going the distance. With all the safety cars, he might have done the fuel strategy and think he might be able to make the 25 laps without a stop. Right, so we're just getting confirmation that he might have pitted on lap 2. So if he's managed to save fuel and done his pit stop on lap 2, maybe this is for the lead. There's the big hit.
Oh,
Crisdale,
cool.
McNamara.
I think there was movement on the brake.
It looks like they just crossed paths. Little bit of movement, but it's not a straight braking zone, that corner. It's going to be hard for race control to make a judgment on that because it's not a straight braking area. You can move. There's no. I'd really say that there's not going to be anything that race control can do about that. McNamara really needed to give Crisdale a little bit more room there. He's the man that needs to not hit the back of the car in front.
Yeah, I think he's just tried to cut in there, but I think
Crisdale has hit the pit lane.
brakes was on the brakes and just unfortunate, probably more of a timing thing than anything else. Sucked in under draft there and tried to duck in underneath, but there was too much brake.
I think Caldwell might have been involved in that as well because he's hit the pit lane as well.
Callers had a black flag.
Crisdale in the pit lane. McNamara down to McNamara is in 12th position, whether he'll stay out or not. So Veacock leads from War Boys. Leonage. Oh wow. What about Leonage? What would he be thinking at this point in time?
Wow, game changer.
It's Veacock from War Boys in a 7-second gap back to Leonage. Chris Barnes half a second behind Leonage. Marina Costello in 5th position. Trent Gosling 6th. Alex Court in 7th. Tommy Heyman. Michael Dumbrell, Marty Hanson, Dean Williams. Sean McNamara is still out. He's in 12th position. Probably got a fairly damaged car, but still running. And he has got a 2-second gap back to Riley Simons. Jonathan Beam, Darren Caldwell's back out of the pits. So he must have saved his fast repair for that incident. But looking for Crisdale, and he is down in 26th position now. That's Veacock from War Boys.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. It looked to me like a little bit of a racing incident. I think we know the talent of Sean McNamara and we know his driving etiquette and skills. And that is not the sort of incident we would expect to see from him.
No,
So,
I agree, mate.
and he's definitely being held up there, Robert Crisdale. Very hard track to pass on. Don't know if that is the sort of corner you're going to get the manoeuvre done on, but he did have a lot fresher tyres, so he was getting desperate. You could see that.
Yeah,
Randy Costello and Chris Barnes, side by side, little tap, another little tap, and Chris Barnes lives to fight another day. The Costellos. Oh, and there's a little bit of light flashing. You gotta love the light flashing, Ben.
I love the light flashing, mate. I love
He's
it.
gonna have another go, Costello. Mate, just glowing. Even in this bright sunshine of 9 o'clock in the morning, Montreal. Randy Costello, he's getting here at the hairpin. Light by side into the hairpin.
Bit of snaking under brakes.
There's Chris Barnes, you got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
As long as I hit the throttle nicely, I am away, and I'm going to take 5th position from Chris Barnes.
Now, normally, Jamie,
That's
if you're out that far, you'd be scrabbling in the marbles, but the guys don't run. There's no marbles on the track, so you get a bit more track action, a bit more grip out there. Otherwise, normally, he would have been spinning for a day out there. Skating away.
So, here's the battle. This is the battle pack. Oh, and there's a nice little bit of side-by-side action. Wayne Taylor. And Tony Gaffer, Wade Michael, Wayne Taylor. All three within a couple of tenths of each other here as they head across the start-finish straight.
Oh, Tony, yep. Tony's a good
Gaffer,
driver.
the 10-night car.
He's a fair driver, old Tony.
Right round the outside. There's a little tap, but nothing in that.
Just get out of it. Yep, thought better of it. Fight another day.
19th. So we're looking here at Alex Court. Alex Court in 7th position. Behind Trent Gosling. Chris Barnes. Chris Barnes in the tanked. Trent Gosling in the MFR. Alex Court in the NTS. Alex Court, 7th position.
Oh, triple five's got a drive-through penalty for blocking and moving under brakes with Sean McNamara. So,
and I obviously knew nothing. That's why I'm in the commentary booth and not in race control. I had one night in race control, they kicked me out, said never again. Tommy Heyman. He's following Alex Court. Chris Barnes drops back. He's in the pits.
Yeah, Chris Barnes is entering in there.
Dropping down through the field. So we got Vicock, Warboys, Leonage. What about Leonage? Isn't this championship?
He's loving it. He's loving it. Yeah, coming to him. He's just being consistent.
Every time he flips a card, another ace pops up.
Every time I do that, it's the Joker. Yeah.
It's like your bet on West Coast Eagles the other night.
Oh, don't even bring it up.
So Leonage, he's starting to come under a little bit of pressure here from the man who's on the rise, Randy Costello. He is showing a bit of speed here. Now Lasseth Leonage is a very wise customer.
Oh no, we've spoken
He's run right, he got straight through the grass and entered like Vettel, pushed his Hamilton up into the fence, and Randy Costello takes the position. He's in 3rd, another podium. Well, he was fighting for podium at Le Mans and didn't quite pull it off, but he's up to 3rd now. That pushed his Leonage back to 4th. And closely under a bit of pressure from Alex Court.
Did Rayner hit the wall then on the way past? He got
a big squeeze. Got a big squeeze. Les dodged a bullet there, I think, because he could have quite easily been collected.
He wasn't going to let him go too easy. I love this kind of racing, hard and fast.
Didn't leave Randy Costello much room at all there. So Vicock, Warboys, Randy Costello. What about the battle that was happening between Randy Costello and Cameron Vicock at Le Mans last round? Go back and watch that on the stream. That last lap was epic.
Deary me, I tell you what, I've just had a look back at that Rainer Costello and Laz. He's just giving him a car width, but it included the grass as well. That was tough racing. Exciting stuff. Well done, boys. No.
Now we know how Lassett's going to play it. He wants, if he's got a podium on the cards, he's not going to just settle and say, no, I'm going to take championship points. He wants podiums. He still wants positions.
He sure does. That was pretty cool.
Peacock on lap 23. 2 laps to go after this one. What a race. Looked like McNamara jumped him in the pits. Looked like the strategy had worked for McNamara, but it all come undone with Crisdale. Got Blake Warboys here in second position.
Now Laz is under a bit of pressure from Trent Gosley now, guys.
Okay.
Just having a look back through. And Alex Court's getting a hurry up.
Well, all these guys are in the championship mix. We got Lassus Leonage leading the championship from Alex Court.
Tommy Heyman on the back, Alex Court here, boys. So just having a look back through. Old Tommy Heyman's not gonna give in.
Second, less than a tenth of a second there. Court back to Heyman. Ends a little bit under braking. Riding on Court.
Well, I don't know when Tommy pitted. Maybe Alex's tyres are a little bit older now.
Big battle here, big battle. I think Rainer Costello is actually holding him up now. He got in front of Lassus Leonage, but now Leonage is fighting back.
He's scattered himself.
Might have took the most out of his
grass on the tyres, yeah. Well, this is exciting now.
All over the back of Costello. And getting pressure from behind from Trent Gosley, Alex Court and Tommy Heyman. In fact, Rainer Costello's
he's got out of it.
Costello's pulled out of it and he's dropped back to 9th. Back to 3rd for Leonage.
What was all that about? What happened there?
He's dropped right out of it. But he's still going now. He's back up to speed now by the looks of it, Rainer Costello, so he might have had a massive slowdown that he just could not shake.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
They were all bottled up behind him. Yeah, but he's just had to give way.
Yeah.
Luck of the course has said, no, you've cut a corner, give that time back, and what a painful penalty that is, because that's cost him like 5 positions.
Yeah, he'd be dirty himself on that one.
But it's given Leonage back 3rd position, that podium position. Trent Gosley pushing hard though, he's having a look. Trent Gosley's 3rd in the championship. A good run for him. Going to keep him right up there. In fact, this is going to be really good for Leonage, Court and Gosley in the championship standings. Because their main protagonist, Hayden Harrison. What's happened to Hayden Harrison? He's down in 25th position now. Alan Dawson is another one up there. He's in 5th in the championship. And Alan Dawson is in 36th position. Sitting in the 5th lane. Hayden Harrison's, his car's been knocked around.
That has seen better days, that one.
So Veacock, lap 25. Only a handful of corners to go now. 2, 8, 9 cleanly. Smooth as silk. The exit. Braking for the hairpin. Nicely does it. Look at those brake discs blowing in the sunshine. The early morning sunshine at Montreal. Down this straight again. Straight. This is going to be Cameron Veacock's first win in the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. Been knocking on the door for a few races now. Really been in form. Here it is, exits turn 13. Comes across the line. Wins round 4. Melbourne Hydrographix Depot, Montreal 110.
Congratulations.
Blake Warboys comes home in 2nd. Leonage is just going to hold on for 3rd. Gosley's pushing him. Alex Court. Tommy Heyman. Big battle coming home for 3rd. Leonage holds on from Gosley, Court, Heyman.
Wow. What a race, James.
Coming home.
What a race.
Oh, there's an incident of all the champions.
Oh, no.
Philip Joe crosses the line. Hobbs, was it? Luke Fraser. Wayne Taylor involved by the looks of it. Cameron Veacock. Veacock wins it. Best win for the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. He was running in 10th position coming into this round of the championship. 358 points. He'll take home the maximum amount. Well, an interesting race there, Ben.
One of the best.
Oh, Robert Crisdale, black flagged. Veacock from Warboys, Leonard, Gostley, Court, Heyman, Dumbrell, Hanson, McNamara, Williams, Caldwell. Just looking at that incident. That incident in the last corner. Like that Rainer Costello involved in that. There's a burnout from Veacock.
Got to have a good burnout.
Oh, he just managed to miss it. Wall. Got him lit up. Nice, Veacock.
He'd be loving that.
And he's still at it. Plenty of fuel left in that tank. Plenty of rubber left on those rear tyres as well. That was a operation.
Well, this will certainly change.
Look at it around now.
This will change things around a little bit in the title points, Jamie.
Well, I think the top three all managed to pull in decent points. It's not going to be good for Hayden Harrison. It's not going to be good for Alan Dawson. Sean McNamara, our defending champion. It's been just got that champions. It's always hard for those grand finalists to come back and defend their premierships. It's always hard for those football teams to come back and defend their titles. Looks like it's another case in this V8 Evolution Championship. McNamara is not having the luck that he had last season. His best result so far in the championship is a third place at Mid-Ohio.
Is that right?
Third place at Mid-Ohio is his best result so far this season. So just going through the results one more time. Veacock from Warboys, 3 seconds back to Warboys. Lassett Leonage in third, another podium. Brent Gostley, Alex Court, Tommy Heyman, Michael Dumbrell, Marty Hanson, Sean McNamara, Dean Williams, Darren Caldwell in 11th spot. He was right up there until looks like he was an innocent victim in the McNamara Crisdale incident. Jonathan Bean, Wade Michael, Jason Davis, Alex Malone, Benjamin Siren, Tony Gaffer, Philip Peugeot, Lindsay Hobbs, Luke Fraser in 20th position, up 14 positions. And then we had Chris Barnes, Wayne Taylor, Simon Chadwick, Riley Simons, Blake Urquhart, Ashley Davis, Hayden Harrison, Rainer Costello, Robert Crisdale, Scott Weston, Mulford, Jamie Davis in 32nd, James Anderson in 33rd, David Kirby, Peter Crossingham, Alan Dawson, winning result in 36th, Guy Sloggett, and Sean Pidwell.
Sean Pidwell, yeah.
Safety car driver beat Sean Pidwell tonight. So that's
interesting. Well, we got. Shall we speak with our third place finisher, Les, Jamie?
Championship titleist, yes.
Yeah.
Should have a good.
Laz, P3, mate. How was that?
It was crazy.
That was intense, mate.
It was intense. I honestly didn't see myself in the podium today for sure.
It was all over the joint. Just talk us through the start of the race for us.
Well, start of the race, I did get a good start, but someone slowed down in their start, so just could not go past them. So I got sort of bottlenecked there and lost a couple of spots. And and then on the safety car, I think Trent overtook me. I got that spot back, but after that it was just pit strategy and trying to get back up.
It looks like you made up a bit of time in the pit strategy there, Laz. Did you get the fuel numbers absolutely right? Because you jumped your teammate Alex Court in the pits.
I think I still overfueled it, so I still had 3 liters left, which is way too many. But I think I jumped him. We had the same strategy. Maybe he did not come in fast enough into the pits. I'm not sure. He lost time somewhere.
Yeah, it was a fairly long stop for Alex, but I'm sure we'll hear more about that through the week. But there was absolute carnage back on that back behind you, mate. You're lucky to stay away from that initial start, and just kept your nose clean, mate, and it paid off. So well done on the P3. That keeps the championship moving forward. So some of the big protagonists there were knocked around a little bit, so good points. You can't knock that. Well done, mate.
Oh man, to be honest, thank you. Honestly, I was only thinking about the championship. I wasn't thinking about podiums or anything like that. Just did not have the pace that I wanted coming into pre-call. Alex had the pace the entire time, but I didn't think it'll come down to half a tenth to lose positions. But yeah. That's how good the competition is, I guess.
Yeah,
Just
and it's a tough track.
We'd let you mention your sponsors, Laz. That incident between you and Rainer Costello, where you sort of overshot the turn 8 and 9 under the bridge there, and
I overshot. Yeah, I did overshoot it. I missed the gear and I overshot it. Trying to stop the car on the grass is like on ice. But I managed to slow the car down a little bit. But lucky I didn't make contact with Rainer.
Yeah, it was close. It was very close.
It was very close. It was very close.
There was a car width there, and that's all you need, mate. So good close racing.
And then I had to get that spot back, and he did not make it easy for me.
No, it was great to watch. It was good television.
A little bit of rubbing, but yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's good fun. Great. No, fantastic, mate. And just a shout out to the sponsors.
NTS, as always, Goody Auto Care Warana, Track Racer, Abruzzi Australia, RMS, Cars for Hope, Racing for Autism, and Track Camps for Plumbing.
Awesome, lads, mate. Congratulations on P3, mate. That puts you in a good points position moving into the next round. So can't be too disappointed with that. Well done, mate.
Thanks, mate. Missed out on that 10 points, though.
Don't get too greedy.
Yeah. We'll be watching you for the next one. Don't worry about
that. All right, mate. Thanks for that.
Excellent. Thanks, Les.
Cheers.
So we got Blake Warboys in second position.
Blake, congratulations, P2, mate.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. How was the race for you?
Interesting. Yeah. Don't really know why we had all those safety cars. I'm yet to go back and have a look at the replays.
Well, when you have a look, mate, you'll soon note why. It was like a traffic jam behind you, mate, and at the start. Good to watch, not good to be a part of.
Nah, but
you had some good close battles there, mate, through the race. A few of the boys keeping your toes.
Yeah, it's been good, keeping up with them and stuff, and actually now getting to the front and being able to battle with the guys has been really good. So, yeah, really enjoying it.
No, excellent, mate. It's good fun to watch. We're really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Sponsors, mate. Any shout-outs?
Kinetic Motorsport, Kinetic Industries, WKMP, LGK Australia, and John Van Ree. He's a big help with me and everyone in the WKMP team. So, yeah, thanks to everyone.
Fantastic,
and the
mate.
series as well. It's been great.
Awesome, Blake. That's awesome, mate. Well,
Take there, Blake. Sorry, Ben. You got
Go
a
on.
5th at Mid Ohio and a 6th at Le Mans there, and a 2nd place at Villeneuve here, Gilles Villeneuve. So it's some good consistency there.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, starting to build back up. Had a DNF in the first round, so just trying to get some consistent results and hopefully be at the pointy end at the end there.
I think so. You should be getting really close to that top 10 now in the championship. So keep it up. We'll see you at Phillip Island next week.
Yep, will do. Thanks, guys.
No worries. Thanks, Blake.
Thank you.
Cameron Veacock,
All right, man.
winner of the Melbourne Hydrographix Depot Montreal 110. How's it going, Cameron?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Fantastic, mate. Congratulations, P1. You got in front and stayed there, mate. Made it look easy.
Oh, look, it definitely wasn't easy. I was just saying to the boys before, I think I forgot to breathe for the last 5 or 6 laps, and yeah, I just had to keep reminding myself just to keep going and keep smooth.
Well, you certainly did that, mate. I think it was you pulled a gap when you needed to, and there was a carnage in front of you there, mate. What did you think of that?
Oh, I don't know what was going on. I saw Sean getting a bit antsy with the car in front of me, and all I had was the voice behind me, the engineer, saying, just hold off, Sean's going to make a mistake. And unfortunately, I don't like seeing it, but that's what happened. So
We stayed out a little bit long on the old tyres at the start, and Sean McNamara did manage to pass you in the pit strategy there, but you come out with fresher tyres, and then it looked like the Crisdale car was holding up McNamara, and you played it pretty smart there. You sat behind there, didn't got alongside him a couple of times, and just sat back and thought better of it. And then nice patience there, Cameron. It was a very smart drive.
Well, that was the plan. The boys were constantly telling me, just save your tyres, let Sean burn his up, and just let me hold behind him so I could obviously have a run at him if he got in front of Rob there.
Yeah, it was. We were commenting in the stream, Cameron, because we could see McNamara really moving around, trying to get past Rob, and we sort of commented that he'll probably settle down now, I think, but he was pretty keen. It was very unlike Sean actually to see him sort of dancing around like that, because you're both in the same position, but
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
It was very out of place for him. So
yeah, but it was just a. I mean, you'll probably see the replay as well. He sort of tried to duck back underneath, and I think the timing of it with Rob on the brakes just caught him on the corner, and unfortunately, it just sort of. Unfortunately, but fortunately for you, mate, just opened it up and away you go. But sounds like you had the plan underway anyway, which is great to see. But well deserved. You can't take that away, mate. I think you drove a really smart, conservative but fast race, and that was really cool to watch. So well done, mate. Excellent result.
hey, thanks, boys. That's all I was going for, was literally just to be smooth and keep going. And the boys were coming me down the whole time, because obviously when you start getting out in front, you start missing your markers. You start accelerating that little bit too hard.
Yeah. We're going to start calling you Fonzie, mate. It was that smooth. So look out for that.
How's it going, guys? It's actually working this week.
You're on the webcam, yep.
Nice. I'm glad we all got it all working. I just want to do a shout out to Benny. Unfortunately, he stepped away from our team for the week. He's got some stuff going on outside, so he's your usual race engineer. So we had a fill-in racing engineer tonight. And I talked Hayden up. I feel bad now because I talked Hayden up all week after the last week's P3, and then he goes and bins it on the first corner.
We mentioned that.
I was spewing.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some chat about that. He'll learn from that. I think I might have even mentioned that in the broadcast. He'll walk away from that and learn from that experience.
He might have to buy you a couple of drinks on your first win for the Nationwide Tracking Systems Championship.
Definitely there. Hopefully we can keep at the pointy end. All the teams getting quicker and we're working well together, so hopefully we can stay at the pointy end now for the rest of the season.
Absolutely, mate.
Mention your sponsors.
That's costing the carton for sure.
It 100% has, and I don't know who's paying, but I want something out of this. Just want to do a shout out to simrigs.com, Blackshaw's Smash Repairs, obviously all the boys in Taipan Esports, because we wouldn't be here without it. So yeah, and obviously JP for putting on a good series.
Good stuff.
Well said, mate. Excellent. Thanks, Cameron. And
Thanks, guys.
we'll see you in Phillip Island, mate.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. I think Phillip Island's going to be a bit of a interesting one after last year's super sprint. So I think could be interesting.
Yep, we'll have to wait and see next Tuesday night.
Definitely will. All right. Thanks, boys.
No worries.
Fun, Cameron. Enjoy it. Okay. Should have championship points up in the Discord. I'll have a look at them. And so we've got Asif Leonage leading on 614 points. Alex Court in second on 578 points. No change there. Trent Gosling up to third on 540 points. Tommy Heyman up 3 positions to 512 points. Cameron Veacock up 5 positions to 508 points. Sean McNamara, surprisingly, doesn't lose a championship position on 506 points. He's still in 6th position. Hayden Harrison down 4 positions on 494. Jason Davis in 8th. Michael Dumbrell 9th. Simon Chadwick, a quiet night from Simon Chadwick. Unlike him, 2 weeks in a row, he'll need to turn things around at Phillip Island. He was our champion. He did win a super sprint race last season at Phillip Island, so he'll be one to look out for. Bounce back in the 777 car on 460 points. Just going through the rest quickly. Alan Dawson, James Anderson, Randy Costello, Wayne Taylor, Marty Hanson, Robert Grisdale, Luke Fraser, Dean Williams, Philip Peugeot, and Blake Warboys in 20th position. Championship. And we've got Teams Championship as well. We've got NTS Esports flying away on 1,142 points. MFR Racing, Middle Finger Racing, 80 points. Taipan Esports on 1,074 points. 95 Sim Sport on 1,026 points. Excalibur Esports 1,016. Pacific Sprint Racing on 1,006. A very interesting Teams Championship there. Top 5, top 6, pretty much nothing between a lot of them.
Yeah, not much change there so far, so it'll be... well, look, let's see what happens in Phillip Island, mate. I'll tell you what, there'll be some people ready to really, claw back some points and probably a bit of a reset in terms of how they approach it and race within the Phillip Island round. So should be exciting. Looking forward to it.
The Nationwide Tracking Systems Phillip Island 120. I'm not sure if it's an endurance race or what we've got planned for the schedule week on Tuesday night, but definitely one to look forward to.
Absolutely, mate. And once again, big shout out to Nationwide Tracking Systems for their support, major sponsor for the NTS V8E Championship Series. And of course, Goodyear Auto Care Warana up there in Queensland Sunshine Coast. A Bruzy Raceware, Track Racer, Custom Track Art, Race Management Services, Coghlan Engineering, Track Cams for Gourmet, and of course our round sponsor, Melbourne Hydrographix Depot. Jamie, big round, mate. Shall we do it again next week?
We'll do it again next week.
Why not, mate? Why not? Sounds like fun. Thanks, mate. I've really enjoyed it.
Congratulations, Cameron Veacock, winner of the round 4 Melbourne.